Okay, so I know that there's a little discontinuity between this video and the last. You can see now that there's a lot of white out here, and that's because my second half of my video failed. It's not really as long as the first half, but anyway, so I went back to where the last video cut after 10 minutes, and hopefully this video will not get corrupted like the last one did. So we took out a 3x is where I was at, and then our leftovers are x plus 1. Okay, so that's like two factors there. A number times a number equals 0. So I'm going to set them both equal to 0. On this one, I divide by 3, and I get x equals 0. And on this one, subtract 1 on both sides, I get x equals negative 1. Okay, now this is a part where we actually have to go back and check our answers. We're going to check our answers of all three of them we did. The problem with having a equation here is that with something on the bottom is that you can never divide by 0. That's the big rule. And so if you're ever solving something that had an x on the bottom of a fraction, then you have to always go back and make sure that you didn't break any rules. For example, on this one we get x equals 0 and x equals negative 1. But on the original equation, right here, if we had gotten the answer 2, because 2 minus 2 is 0, then we would have had to say, ooh, that one can't work because you can't divide by 0. Speaking of, if you turn on your cell phone right now, and you go to the calculator on your cell phone, if you need to go get it, then pause the video. If you go to the calculator on your cell phone and you just divide something by 0, so if you take like 4 minus 0, or divide it by 0, every cell phone does something different. Let's see what mine does. My broken cell phone. I never use the calculator that's actually on the actual phone. I don't even know if I have it anymore. I probably do, right? I should. Yeah, I guess I do have one. Okay. So there's that calculator that I'm supposed to use. Wow, that's bright. Let's see if I can make it not so bright. And that's insanely dark. There's no balance. About there. Okay. So there's my calculator. And if I take 5 divided by 0, it says can't divide by 0. And different phones will say different things. Some will say can't divide by 0. Some will say error. Anyway, so if 2 was an answer, we would have had a problem. Also this one, if x is 0, we'll have a problem, which is right there. Okay, so this one's out. That one is not an answer, and there's only one answer left, which is x equals negative 1. Now, if I tried putting negative 1 over here, that'd be negative 1 squared, which is 1, minus 2 times negative 1, which is, what, plus 2. So that's definitely not 0, at least on the bottom. So negative 1 works. Same thing if we go back to example 1. Example 1 originally just had a 3 on the bottom of here, which is fine. Had an x minus 1 on the bottom of here, which means that 1 couldn't have been an answer, because if you had 1 minus 1, that would have been 0 down here. And our answer was 1/7, so we're good. And on this one, we had x minus 2 on the bottom, and our answer was 2. Okay, so if you put in 2 minus 2 here, it doesn't work because 2 minus 2 is 0. So that actually cancels out that one too, and this problem is no solution. So on your homework tonight, make sure that you test those answers at the end. You can either plug them into the bottoms of the original equations, or you just can kind of look and see which answers it can't be. Like in this one, it couldn't have been 2 because 2 minus 2 is 0. So the answers for these examples, again, were 1/7 for example 1, no solution for example 2, and only negative 1 for example 3. So your homework is going to be done over 2 days, and we're going to have another second half of this lesson tomorrow, and this is page 146, numbers 17, 20, 21, 25, 27, 33, 45, and 48. So that's 8 problems over 2 days. And I would highly suggest that tonight, to balance it out, and because of what we've gone over so far, that you try 19, 20, 21, and 25. So the first four. Try the first four tonight, and then you will work on the other four tomorrow. All right. Good luck. I'm in the Teams chat still at school if you want to pop in and ask me questions. Bye.